like you can't even see like the clavicle.
We're recording.
Yeah.
I want to see your clavicle.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back.
Hi.
Thank you for sitting back down with us.
At the table.
At the table,
At the
yes.
table.
A la mesa. I didn't really have to do much show prep this week because you got some big news that you've been holding from. I mean, what's the big reveal
Dude,
here?
you're dressed like you're gonna go backpacking in Ukraine. Is that where you're going?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to fucking college, bro. I'm going to college if I get accepted. Haven't been accepted yet.
Counting the chickens before they hatch.
This is
USF.
USF Bulls, which is
Potentially going to college.
I'm potentially going to college, which is where I applied to.
Okay.
What if they reject?
How long ago was this?
Last
week.
Monday.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I applied.
There
Monday.
you have it.
Like that Thursday, I wrote my application in one day.
Oh. How long is the application?
It was a fair amount because I had to write about you. I had to write about like our sister, like briefly. It was just like
shit, man.
It was just like a name, age.
Oh, okay.
That's with dad and mom, it was like their degree that they got, what college they went to,
blood type.
Are you scared?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all.
What made you come to this decision, bud? I feel like you're finally becoming a man. And I'm proud to see it.
Thanks, dude.
But what made this decision?
Because, like, with senior year of high school, I finished summa cum laude, which is above a 4.0.
Oh, okay, sorry. I never
summa cum laude.
I never.
All he was saying was like, sometimes I like to come loud.
Yeah. I heard cum loud. I'm like, what?
He was interested immediately. No, so I graduated with above a 4.0.
Fucking stud.
Which
dude.
I always say because the actual GPA was a 4.02. So I was...
The unweighted?
The weighted.
Oh, the weighted.
So I was just there. But I can say that and it has one more weight. SATs, I got a 1360 without studying. Which means I got, combined with the community service hours, I got 100% Bright Future Scholarship.
There you go.
Which means 100% of my tuition is covered.
Yep.
And I had 3 years to use it after
I was going to say, yeah, how long was it? I couldn't
3
remember.
Your brother's
or
a
something.
fucking genius,
I know.
dude.
Well, I've said it before. I mean,
I know. Look how you
rubbed
turned
off
out.
on you.
Yeah.
None.
Shit.
I got it all.
We're fucked.
Yeah, so I had a 100% scholarship. Any public Florida college. Like room and board and books you have to cover. Other scholarships can get you that
Are
money.
you going to stay there?
Yes.
Okay.
Ideally.
It's not that far away.
It's in Tampa, so it's,
No, I know. I'm just wondering.
I'm trying to go to the Tampa campus.
Right.
But yeah, so I got the scholarship and I graduated above 4.0 and I was like, so like,
coming
where am I gonna
loud.
go? Right? Coming loud, dude.
Right.
Summon coming loud.
Right.
So I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Just a magna cum laude.
That magna cum laude is on my diploma because I squeaked in with that above 4.0.
Mine said with distinction. I was pretty distinct.
No Latin for you.
Dude, I was walking up to go get it, and people were like, "Who been?" I was like, "Hey,
yeah,
you're graduating?" Like, I guess so.
I
gave me
barely
these
got a
robes
3.0,
and this hat,
so.
man.
Really?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was like, I'll go to SBC for 2 years.
I was gonna say the first 2 years.
I'll take the classes because I did
Congrats.
some dual enrollment classes, so I got some credits. So I was like, I'll go to SBC, do that, and then Dad heard that plan and was like, don't do that. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, don't go to college without a purpose. You're just wasting time. You're wasting money.
He said the same thing to me,
Yeah.
but it's 100%. So I mean,
Well, so I was kind of like, okay, so I didn't go, off of that weird parental pressure to not go to college, which is a very rare one. Because I mean, it is a good advice to not go if you don't have a plan, because you might come out of it with nothing besides a bunch of debt money or
I was
even
gonna
just
say
wasted time.
he did that for me, and it was
Right?
a godsend because
great.
Well,
I would have fucked everything up royally because of that time in my life. Let me just say, I majored in let's say chemistry and minored in botany, and every now and then I'd switch them.
yeah.
So it would have gone. Yeah.
For me, growing up, college was still the thing like you had to do after high school.
Yeah, it was expected.
Right? And it still is. It's arguably more so that way.
I can argue.
A lot
I
of-
can argue not. I really can.
It depends, but
Coming
a lot
right
of
out of
high
school.
Yeah,
I would say it's still that pressure is still there.
I would say it's still there as well.
Really?
I know.
I
I
just
know.
don't see
Yeah, the
it.
valedictorians when they give their speech, it's always thrown in there at the end, and it always sounds weird when everything else is listed with it. And they say, "And those who are going to join the workforce." And you're just like, "Yep, I'm going."
Right? Like, it's weird.
So, but I didn't go.
And I was
straight-
like, "That's me." Why do I feel bad about that?
I didn't go. I didn't go straight after high school. I still took like a year. I took like 2 years off before going.
Backpacking
but I
through
still.
Europe.
Yeah, oh, of course.
Ukraine
But,
specifically.
Yeah.
See you
I
in
was
some
all-
later hosen and a giant horn.
Yeah.
Ricola!
Yeah, Oktoberfest was huge, dude.
Oh,
Over there.
bro. You would win the Stein competition.
Oh,
just
of
holding
course.
it out.
But I still felt that pressure to go, and look, I'm not a big. I was never like a big school guy. I hate fucking
Likewise.
sitting and like reading a book and like.
See, that was the big thing for me is I really enjoyed high school. I liked the social aspect of it.
I liked the
didn't
social
mind. I
aspect.
didn't
I
mind
didn't
the
do any work.
workload. Like I just enjoyed the
I
the
like the
schedule
girls.
of it.
The girls there, yeah,
That also helps.
getting a lot of ass.
Yep.
And sports. Sports was
Getting a lot of sports.
Getting a lot of sports in.
So I enjoyed school and like I knew I've never.
Sorry. Getting a lot of sports in.
Yeah,
really
that's
got
right.
you.
Okay.
I've never regretted anything I've done. I've only regretted the things I haven't. And
What the fuck, dude? You're only like what 20? Like what thing?
That feels like such a lie, though, man.
That's
like,
not,
I've got
because-
regrets in my life. I mean,
No, because everything
I don't regret
it
how I
sounds
am
very,
now.
It
I
sounds
have a
very
regret that
cliche.
this happened 3 days ago. I live on regrets, dude.
It sounds very cliche, but like everything that like I fucked up, where like now, like even in hindsight, like
it
in
turned
the,
into
in
something
the moment,
else. I got you.
like it made me into who I am today, and I love myself today. So I wouldn't want to change a thing.
Good.
The only
That's
thing,
great, actually.
So right, but I knew
Jealous.
I knew not going to college would be a regret I would hold for the rest of my life. That was something.
And why is that?
I
What
knew.
is? Do you
Just
have a purpose to go?
The
then?
only reason at the time of feeling this is immediately after high school. In that like June, July bit where I was just like I upped my working schedule, so I was basically full time at Publix and working that full amount and doing like side jobs and trying to get a car and doing all this and doing all that and like hanging out with friends and seeing them go to
Sitting
college.
down here with us.
Right?
Yeah, we'll really bring his self-esteem down. Yeah.
and I
Shit.
and I was just like
I've been doing it since 2002.
right? Come out the womb.
Just whispering to him like, "You little
Ugly
fucking
ass
rat
motherfucker."
bastard." Shit.
And now he's got me coming.
I'm like
in
Sylvester
double.
Stallone in Demolition Man, getting all the verbal morality credits or fines.
So, but okay, so are you telling me more that you just want to go just so you don't regret it later, or do you actually have
I do
like,
have
like a plan or an idea? Because I went so I didn't disappoint my mother, and I didn't
Okay.
have a quote unquote plan. I picked a career that had a lot of money. Like I picked pharmacist. Okay, well we all know I'm not fucking making it that far, but I went to community college, went through the courses and
who was
shit.
it? Mateo Lane does a bit about that where he's like pharmacy school, and he's like, "This is pharmacy school. How many pills do you see? Count them out."
I wish it was that easy.
One,
I wish
two,
it was that
three.
easy.
Yeah, I know. It's-
But it was, I mean, I kind of regret going, to be honest.
Going?
Just because of the debt that it put me in. And not just
Okay.
that, I went to technical school, and I learned more in technical school than I did at
Hands-on
college.
training, baby.
That's right.
You can be
But-
an airplane mechanic in 72 hours.
Auto
No, I'm just
mechanic.
kidding.
But, so what is it for you? Like, what's your field of study that you're
Well,
going for?
I want
Partying.
to. I want to develop. I want to develop the story.
He could just
into
do that here. He doesn't
right?
need to go to college for that. I'm just saying.
But yeah. So like I knew I wanted to go for the experience, but I didn't know what. I knew I had 3 years to figure it out. So I was like, okay, I'll work. I'll figure it out. And I got to the point very recently. Hence why I applied very recently on actually figuring out what I wanted to do because a bunch of my coworkers were leaving to go to college, and they were putting their transfer requests and doing all that. And it's a question I get asked a lot, especially with management. It's like, what are your career interests? You know, are you going to stick with Publix? You're going to do this, do that.
I mean, they stopped
I was thinking about going down to Miami and doing some, you know,
Dude, they
Right.
stopped asking
like
me
an
like
8th Street
10 years ago.
Latinas. I'm about being a couple of pornos.
But like they kept like, and so it was always like on my mind, and so I started asking around, and so I went up to I would go up to random people and no, I'm dead ass, random customers, random workers, and ask them. I was like, all right,
What the fuck?
give me a
I'm gonna humor this.
give me an occupation that requires a college education, and I said it
Doctor.
right. I got that a lot.
Lawyer.
Doctor, lawyer, right? I got all the vet, right? I got going to the military, got all that shit, right? But I did get some weird ones, which is what I was
into the
looking
military.
for. People said that as an option.
Just so that my brain can be full when it gets blown out.
That's what I'm saying. But fucking get a degree in being cannon fodder.
This is paid for. Fully paid.
I mean, yeah, but the reason I was doing that is I was trying to get specific jobs because I didn't know what job, and so I got weird, unique ones that I figured one of them would click. And this kid in Delhi named Justin, who I actually went to middle school with, shout out to Justin.
Hi, Justin.
He was like oh, you should be an
Is he-
agricultural counselor. And I was like, what? The fuck is that? And he's like, oh,
You tell the plants you can grow. You can do
no,
it.
it's
You'll
like
be
you,
a plant
you
talker.
learn about it and you talk to farmers about what trees they should plant and what this like the city about that, like what trees will grow certain better
Where and
areas,
the
what
climates
soil
and-
climate.
okay.
And I was like, oh, and I was like, that's a
There's
good
people
like
that
I
do that,
like I
I
wouldn't
guess, yeah.
want to do that. Like I wouldn't go
Like
to
a
school
passion
for that.
for it,
right? But it would be something like genuinely, I'd probably be interested in it. It kind of be fun,
Right.
Like it'd be
And
a
you
dumb
get good
thing.
at it. And
So that's what I was looking for. I was looking for unique ideas. This guy Adam suggested business, get a degree in business management, right?
Hold on.
that can tack on to anything, really.
Hold on,
if you
hold on.
think
I
about it.
which was
gotta
his point.
pause this real quick.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on.
Go
I gotta
ahead.
pause it. So you're telling me, and correct me if I'm
I'm
wrong.
listening.
You're telling me that the thing that helped you inspire you to go to college was not what you want to do, but you just tallied customers and coworkers.
It was not that.
And whoever got the most votes, that's what you're gonna do.
It
I'm
was,
just asking.
It was I was throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it stuck.
You know, there's a thing called Google.
No, and I
Oh,
get
okay.
that, but I'm saying I was just looking for that like back and forth to try and spark something. Google, you search one thing, you only get that thing. You don't get. I mean, you do get varied results, but whatever. And so I was asking that, and he said business degree because you get everything.
Right.
And I was like, I mean, that's great, and that's what I was thinking about. But I get out of it, I still have no fucking clue about what job I want. I come out with a business degree, business management. I don't know what business I want to manage. I'm still at square one where I was 4 years ago. In that moment,
Not necessarily.
That's
mean,
why you
there
got to
might
make
be-
partnerships with people that have some kind of a, they have a need for that kind of service that you can provide. And guess what? You got to, nowadays for jobs like that, people are just looking for the paper.
right?
You could be total shit
But if you have
at your
the
job.
degree,
Somewhere out there, there's a surgeon that is the worst surgeon in that hospital. And
In the
guess what?
world.
In the world, too. And you don't know who it is.
that's true.
But they graduated. C's get degrees, baby.
None
I
of
mean,
them their
that's been
class.
said.
And guess
so-
what? They graduated not from this country.
They graduated.
Not from this country.
Well, yeah, well,
No,
really?
no,
Yeah,
they're-
maybe,
no,
maybe not.
no.
It depends on how good they. If you know what, then they were the best in their country.
Because it's happened. They will graduate in a different country, and then the United States accepts that certificate, and
A
they don't. It's
cosmetic
not the
surgeon
same,
coming
it's
from
not the
Brazil
same,
with
it's
his
not the
fucking
same
like
practice.
his fucking caulk gun to giving you an anvil ass. That's how you end
hell
up on
yeah.
botched.
That's how you get Cardi B ass. Now, have you thought of? And I'm just throwing this out. I don't know if anybody threw this out here. Like being like a
Stripping?
Well,
I
there's
have,
that.
yes.
thought about
There's
that.
that.
Considered it.
I've been telling Tyler for years to do an OnlyFans, and he refuses to do one.
I'm very
Fumbling the bag, this man.
But have you thought of doing like working with
children.
God.
Why did we give the same look?
Yeah, you want to be a social worker? Fucking what's the engineer?
Fucking children?
No, an engineer for what's the
Communications and
communication?
broadcasting?
Yeah, something like that. Because
How you
videographer,
doing?
like
Video editing.
video editing, engineering.
That kind of
some
falls
shit.
into the realm I landed on, actually, is based off somewhat of what I do for the podcast.
I had a fucking feeling I was.
The next thing that Adam said.
So he's
'cause
using us.
He was
He's
throwing out.
using- I
right.
get
This
it.
is good. This is practice.
I
You
get it.
gotta fucking practice.
But the next
bro.
thing he said.
I used to play catch with my
was-
friend down the street, even if we weren't playing baseball that day, like on the team, like at Little League.
He said he threw out marketing. And
Okay.
But I had the same
Advertising, that's
reaction.
ew.
I had the same
Ew.
reaction to the business thing. I was like, I still don't know what I want to do. He's like, yeah, but you already do it for the podcast. And I was like, that's a good point. And at the time I was, because we just had an episode out. We just had the Brittany Griner episode out.
Okay.
So I was
2 weeks
I was
ago.
posting that. That was when I came up with the idea. I didn't apply to college later.
No, I know you
applied-
said
yeah.
Monday.
Right.
I remember.
Um,
I've only had one beer.
just checking.
Speaking of which,
But yeah, so
Number
I was
5.
advertising the podcast, and I was thinking about the marketing thing, because I was like, well, I'm doing it right now. Like, I'm posting on multiple social media platforms that we've collectively garnered a decent following for, relatively speaking.
because they're awesome.
Right? Like, we're almost at 250, which in the in the grand scheme of things is nothing, but for something we're doing for fun that has no real bearing, like, it's amazing.
And
It
we're
is
just-
pretty cool. We've said it before, watching the family grow.
Like, it's
And we're just 3 dudes from fucking Pinellas County. Like, we're
Right.
nothing special.
And it isn't like a business when we say, like, here we're a family, because, as you all know, we talk back to
we're
you.
the fame.
We
But-
talk back, you guys talk to us.
And I was doing that, and
Annie,
I-
Rory, Justin, Dez,
Yeah, I don't know.
Nessie.
I don't know any of you
Adam.
at all.
But and then I was thinking
Not
about what Adam said
Travis,
about
Jeremy.
marketing and all
I mean,
that.
come on.
And I
got
thought
to
about, I was like, well, I could go for that because I'm already doing it now. And I'm sure they have job fairs.
Dan.
And I was thinking about that with job fairs. I was like, well, and if I come out of it, like, even if I don't know anything about job fair, everything needs marketing. Every single thing needs marketing. So you're going to have a job. And I was thinking about it specifically because one customer said, well, what do you have passions for? And I named off a few things like,
Jerking off.
right?
Porn.
Using my left
Video
hand.
games. You use
Uh,
left hand too?
Nice.
I'm
I'm a right. I really get that grip.
You got to switch it up. And I went and I said skateboarding. I said music and everything. And
Go to the beach.
Now,
but I thought about I was thinking about that as I was thinking about the marketing thing and the job fairs. And I was like, that'd be funny if like I was at like a job fair and there's like Baker had like a stand set up,
Right.
or like fucking Pal Peralta had a
I
stand
was gonna
set
say
up.
Stacy Peralta's just like sitting in a
Right?
lawn chair, just
And then
like,
I thought
"Hey,
about it,
man."
and I was like, that's it. And so the career I want to go into is I want to be a part of the marketing team for a skateboard brand and or skateboard company. Whether that be Baker or just literally anything, because I'd be surrounded by something I enjoy. I'd be doing
Birdhouse.
something I enjoy, right? Like anything. So I
Element.
don't know what specific job I
I won't get to
want.
meet Bam at this point.
I wouldn't want to.
I would.
I would not want to. Bam's dude, get help. Bam on the 0.00000000000000001 chance that you're watching this. Please go to rehab.
As fucked up as he is, he might be.
now, let me ask you, like, did you do research, like, on the demand, on the how many jobs are going to be available, like,
No,
anything like that, or you're just saying, fuck it, I don't care?
because I know I want to go for the college experience and that social aspect, and I know I will regret it if I don't. I have a full ride.
Parties, man.
I have a full ride. I might as well go. I'll come out of it with a degree. If I don't get the job that I want, I have a goal in mind. If I don't get that goal, marketing can be used anywhere.
Come on and take a free ride.
It's a
Sorry, I
full
had to.
it's a foolproof plan in my mind because I do something I want to do. I have a goal that's doing it. Dad supports it. Mom supports it.
God, that's phenomenal. That's all you need. See,
And-
Dad
and
talked
just-
me out of the college thing.
He
He did the same thing to me, and I
because-
was like, you know what, you're right. And that's why I didn't do it. And at the time, I was class of 08.
Right?
So if you remember, we were going through a recession at that time. So a lot of my friends went to college because, like you said, the pressures of things that's just expected to do this, or I'm the first in my family to go. Like the pressures are coming from my family as well, that this is expected of you, and we're going to be disappointed. And I didn't, and I ended up kind of doing a little bit better than some that did. Not all of them, obviously, But there were some people that went and then just, like how you said, there's no jobs out there for the thing that they picked.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
And then but they were resourceful. Like I knew some people that did bioengineering,
I
then
think.
got the real estate license.
I think
Still doing well. And
That's
guess
what I'm
what?
saying,
They're
like, there's-
thriving in it. So it worked out.
it depends on what you go for. I think a
but
lot
that
of
probably was scary as
a lot
fuck
of people
for
just
them.
have this idea that if they just get a degree in anything, doesn't matter what it is, just a degree that they're gonna get jobs, they're gonna be.
But
you
then-
know,
I have to apologize real quick because I left my phone on that table. Unfortunately, may you please get it for me because I have a list. You just made it.
You just
you
made the
didn't,
list.
you didn't write the shit down? Unfucking prepared. Unbelievable. I'm over this bullshit. Where's your phone?
On the table, like I said.
He did say on the table.
Thank you. That's it. That's
I-
it. That's all. I'm sorry.
Listen, I see why you didn't go to school. You're not fucking prepared.
I mean, I was an awful student.
Jesus.
These are facts.
Fuck.
These
That
are
always
facts.
annoyed me.
You're
in
that
school.
guy that doesn't come with a book bag and asking
No
people.
pencil.
Actually, yeah.
You got a pencil?
Can I
Hey,
bro-
let me get a piece
When
of
I did have a
paper."
book bag, it was just full of weed.
Can I borrow a
Yeah.
piece of paper? Are you
Yeah.
gonna give it back, motherfucker?
Yeah, can I
Yeah, with
borrow
all the
that?
answers on it.
Right?
Fucking.
I wouldn't want your answers, Tyler.
Oh, you would have loved my answers, dude. On an English test in 11th grade, I didn't read any of the summer readings, so I just wrote Lex Steele, baby, on a couple of the answers, on a book of Angela's Ashes, which was about the troubles in old timey Ireland.
You're a role model. I just want you to know.
I
that.
really am.
You're an inspiration. Yeah,
Right.
college is a great choice, but yeah, it's just.
Well, I'm excited to go, and I know, even if I don't get a job out of the degree, I will have made a decision that I'm comfortable with and something
Now-
I know I won't regret.
Well, you made a great point about people just picking stuff. They just go to college and they pick some random thing or something they do happen to be passionate in. It's just not really conducive to making a lot of money.
Right.
Education,
Teaching.
sadly, being one of them. Thank you. But these are kind of fun. These are from wallsaintwatchdog.com. The strangest college majors that exist today. Did you know that you could major in studying the Beatles in college?
Beatleology.
I don't know if it's called that, but that is a real thing at Liverpool University.
Oh, if it's Liverpool.
Liverpool, right, exactly. But still, you're paying them to
It's-
study.
it's weird.
Holy shit.
That's weird.
But now becoming much more popular, cannabis cultivation. You can major in that.
Yeah.
Citrus and horticultural science,
So I'm saying with
which
Justin,
is at
bro.
Florida Southern College. But considering citrus is a big part of Florida economy, it makes sense they'd offer it. Amusement park and roller coaster engineering.
Yeah, I could see
That
Thrill
is a
seeking.
cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to need that in Orlando after what happened after that little death drop. Canadian studies. Eh?
What's there to
Hopefully you get an A.
study? What's there to study?
Canadian studies doesn't
Hopefully
seem
you get
super relevant, but America and Canada's economies are closely tied. Canadian studies could pair well with a business or marketing major. There you go, buddy. It can't hurt to learn more about the country's culture and history.
No, I'd rather look at girls and
Oh,
floaty.
You look at
Beautiful
Canadian
women.
girls.
and
Yeah.
floaty pools and learn about Canada's economy.
Well, then you'll be excited about this. Well, this is one I would do. Fermentation sciences. Of course, many people tried home brewing beer, so, if you're wanting to open up your own brew house or become a brew master.
I'm surprised you're not on that right now.
Yeah, well.
Making your little IPAs for $95.
Surprised I'm not
a
on this
bottle.
one right now. Recreation and leisure. This sounds like the life, but honestly, people with this degree learn how to do a lot to help people live healthier, more satisfying lives. This degree prepares students to find funding for new parks, plan health and fitness events for their community, and help the disabled and elderly.
Oh,
So, comic art. That's interesting. That's kind of like Ringling Art School. And was in Sarasota.
yeah, but is that specifically for comic
I
panels?
majored in trapeze. I don't really fucking know. Perhaps you can really make a living drawing comics as with the Minneapolis College of Art and Design.
See,
This
but
is definitely a dying fucking
See,
medium.
but-
so.
Lord.
but-
Nannying.
but nowadays, like in the past
So
5
Super
years,
Nanny got her gig.
in the past 5 years, especially, it's been proven that you don't need a college degree to make
To make it decent.
money,
It's
to
true.
make like
You have to be
how-
smart, though.
how Not necessarily.
intelligent. Well, kind of.
I mean, I mean, you just have to.
Yeah, you do.
kind of.
Not necessarily,
No,
but
but like,
Be resourceful. You gotta sometimes be charismatic.
No, you have to be like, okay, you can't be just like some fucking. You gotta have some form of intelligence. Like, you gotta know like what you want to do, what you're passionate. But like, how many streamers making fucking 6 figs?
Yeah,
or
but
whatever?
that was a pretty smart decision to all of a sudden be involved in something that was going to. It's like the concept of anything that comes out that's brand new. Like, you obviously not anymore, but baseball cards when I was a kid, super valuable.
Beanie Babies.
Beanie Baby, right? But there's a market for that. Someone's buying the shit out of these. Holy fuck!
I
There's
want Bongo the Monkey
Yeah.
so bad.
I mean,
This
but
is
look
super
at people like
expensive.
Gary Vee. He didn't go to fucking college.
no.
And look
He,
how
he was trying to
and
help
look
his
how
family's business.
and look how he blew up.
Yeah.
But so there's
But
some-
he's really smart. You ever listen to him? He's
right,
smart.
right. But what I'm saying,
It's annoying as fuck.
You don't. But just
Get
because,
him and Ben Shapiro in the same room, and I'll blow my
but
brains
just
out.
because
Jordan
you
Peterson.
go, just because you go to college and get a degree doesn't guarantee that you're gonna have a successful
career. I agree.
I mean, because again, you.
But
can,
I
you-
would say, if you're a doctor or a lawyer, I would like to see that on the wall.
Well, right. I mean,
There are certain professions.
Right.
I'm not trusting
No,
you.
no, I
know I said somebody out
understand
there's
that.
the worst surgeon
You better
ever.
call Saul.
Holy
I
shit!
get that,
but I
but-
still want to see it.
but because people can be veered off to a different direction to where they're getting a useless degree or a degree that
I'm talking about some right now.
Right,
That's why I brought it up.
exactly. So just
Okay.
because you go and have a degree doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna have a better life and
So
all this
do
other
you-
shit.
do you
Even
think-
Stavros Salakias has made comments with people that are in the crowd, how he does his crowd work, and somebody that was talking about their college degree and shit that he mentioned
because
and what
for-
he does right now, and he's just like ripping them apart. He's like, "Oh, bro, you're fucked.
Because what I've seen,
You're an art major."
and what I've seen, because I only went to community college, and there's a lot of, to me, it just seems like a big money grab because
Oh, absolutely.
For
I
sure.
can't tell
Definitely.
you how, and I'm sure universities are worse. I can't tell you how many classes I took that were like
Fucking useless.
kind of pointless
Yeah.
and useless. Like ethics was a big one.
Right.
If you don't know how to be ethical by fucking 18, I'm sorry, there's no hope for you.
Well,
Paying
I
almost
still
four-
met some fucking
Hold on.
moronic.
paying for almost $400 to take an ethics class. This is gonna fucking help you.
I would argue that a lot of frat boys need that class.
But I'm just saying, or
especially the Duke lacrosse team.
Right.
but I mean, oh,
I
go
get what
ahead.
you're saying, but let me finish. It gets more ridiculous though.
I doubt it.
But nannying, a truly good nanny can be hard to find. Did you know it was a college major for it?
I can, you know what? I can kind of see that.
You can major in nannying at Sullivan University in
Honestly?
Kentucky and learn things like child development, preparing nutritious meals,
not bad.
I don't
effective
think that's a bad
communication
major.
with
Nah.
both adults and children.
I don't think it's a bad major because
too bad.
imagine, because one of my friends is a nanny, she makes fucking bank, right? And that's off like the apps and stuff. If she had a nannying major in her account,
All right.
she could charge fucking
But
insane
again,
rates.
who are you gonna pick? The nanny degree or the fucking 6-year-old that lives on the street that the neighbor's daughter or whatever? Like,
If you know people with their children, they're picking the nanny degree.
right. So that's really not a stupid, and especially nowadays, dude. I'm just saying.
Nautical archaeology.
That sounds fucking. Archaeology was one I considered as well, because I really like history and shit like that.
But what's left?
Bro,
to
you are
discover?
going to be serving me at Starbucks. You go for an
That's what I'm
archaeology
saying. That's
degree.
that's why I didn't want to do it, because I knew there
You
were
might as well get an
jobs,
anthropology degree while you're at it.
right? That's another thing I was looking at.
You know what that is?
Wow.
It's the study of humans.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
super
and-
interesting
and
to me.
It is interesting, but what
All you can do is teach anthropology.
right.
Well, hold on.
Which
now,
The
I
relationship
also
between biology,
wouldn't mind
language,
doing.
culture,
Hold on,
how
hold on.
human groups lived hundreds of thousands of years ago and what was important to them.
All right. So what do you have a plan B if God forbid USF doesn't take you? Which I doubt that.
Well, that's one thing.
They
It's
won't.
like I am worried about a little bit.
My English teacher in senior year said, yeah, they'll take any old transcript. When I said, yeah, that's where I would probably apply. And then she said that to me, Miss Granning, you fucking
Well,
bitch.
no, I'm
you
just saying,
Star
with-
Trekky fucking
with his
loser.
GPA.
Guess what? I bet you went to
Jesus.
USF.
With his GPA, I'm just saying I don't see like a lot of kids in his age group that
Well, like the
What's
average
passing?
the average SAT score is 1100. So if I don't get in, my essay was really good too. If I don't get in, like I don't think there's a chance I'm not getting in.
Right.
Hey,
But,
so
but,
you're
but let's
gonna
just
be
but let's just,
fine.
But
but let's just play devil's advocate.
If I
God
don't, I
forbid.
do not have another plan, but I'll just look at others like UCF or UF or like any other school that
Well, maybe
like,
even just doing the SPC thing and then
I-
trying to get back in again once some time has passed. That's also an opportunity.
Just to get your associates done and out of the way.
Right.
Because it's all.
I would want to go to a 4-year university.
I understand that, but I'm just saying beggars can't be choosers sometimes. Like he said, worst case scenario. That's all we're doing here.
Because it's so.
Because I agree with you. I feel like you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. But I'm
Like,
just saying.
you're a
but-
smart
there is
motherfucker,
that there
you're
is
gonna
that
be
like
fine.
small worry in the back of my head, right? Like the weird, even though I know I'm getting in, which sounds kind of narcissistic,
Okay.
but based on grades, like.
I like the confidence. I like the energy.
But
you know,
like,
no,
there's
be-
that thing where I'm like,
yes, you got it.
Be confident about
but there is
it.
that
Hell
thing
yeah.
where it's like, oh, you might not get in, but I don't.
There
'cause-
is that option.
But apparently it is like supposed to be about 2 weeks, and like I said, I applied Monday, so maybe next show I'll be able to
Ooh,
bring
another
the news,
reveal.
right?
So,
Hopefully.
okay. So, are you. Do you have an idea of like what I don't know? Do you know like their scheduling there or anything like that?
There was one thing that was weird. I wanted to apply for the spring semester, which was already passed by that point. So the earliest was summer
Next
semester.
summer, yeah. I was
So
gonna say.
it's
That's not bad.
May
Pretty much
Yes.
almost gives you a year.
May
Summer-
through July.
Yeah. Summer courses are rough. They really jam pack the classes. Summer courses.
Well, that's why, because there's two. That's what one of my friends said too. But there's two like ways of doing it. There's the full one, or you can. It's like called like, I think they call them half terms, where it's like you said, that's like jammed in there. It's like half the
That-
length, and it's like school.
But that's all SBC did for their summer courses.
Right.
And so you know, instead of a normal class would be an hour, right? Well,
Okay.
and during summer courses, you're
30.
there for a little over 2 hours, and because they're, you know, they're pretty much doing 18 weeks and shrinking it down to 9.
Oh, you get
Right.
you're getting the
So
crash
you're
course, okay.
you're really fucking bummed. But
But they offer like the full 18 for the summer.
well, that's good.
Which is good.
Yeah,
But
so you can get it done.
But the thing, so one thing you'll like about, and again, I never went to university, so I'm sure there's gonna be fucking parties.
I
and
was only
bitches,
there
all
for
that
party. Yeah, friends that went to college.
There
and
was
then
no-
I was like,
there
oh
was-
yeah, I'll be there.
shit. There was no partying at SBC, okay? I mean, I'm just being honest. There was no.
Another
partying.
reason I want to go to a 4-year university.
But
I knew it.
College experience, baby.
it is a lot different than high school because since you're paying, right?
Right, so everything's on
It is on you.
That's
But you can, let's just say you need to go take a shit, you can just go. You don't fucking raise your hand, ask for the professor, can I get a bathroom key?
It should be like that in high school.
You just fucking go. Not only that.
I would do that in high school
No.
though, but I wouldn't be going to
Not
I'd
only
just
that,
be leaving.
but let's just say, you know, you're doing a class assignment, whatever, and you're just like, man, you're fried, you're done. You can just get up and fucking leave. You don't
That's
have to
true.
stay.
You don't
for
have to
the
go to
whole-
your class.
You don't
Yeah,
have to
they're
stay.
not taking roll call.
Now, would you do any online courses?
No.
Good.
I was forced to do online because of COVID. That hit.
Mine
like,
was court ordered.
I was like, I remember
All right,
because
Frank.
we were joking about the coronavirus in junior
say
year,
anymore.
and we were like the 2 weeks up until like
Anymore.
spring break, we were like all like coughing on each other, like saying, "Oh, we gotta go home.
Oh,
I got sick. I got
Got the
corona.
crap,
Yeah,
sorry.
dude."
I'm still trying to go home.
And
Got the vid.
then like I remember March 13th. It was a Friday, the Friday before spring break.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that's weird. And we were like, hey, we got a 2-week spring break.
Woo!
And then that became 18 months.
Yeah.
And I almost
You only need 2 weeks, flatten the
Yeah.
curve. That would have been your whole spring break.
And I
that
failed,
didn't fucking
like,
happen, did it?
3 classes, and it was I
Oh,
lost complete motivation.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I stopped doing I could not.
Well, you're
motivate
going to be
myself.
great in college then when it's all up to you. If that's how it went
Well,
for
no,
the
because
test
that's
run.
my point. Is like I wasn't
Online,
interested.
see, and I never took
I'm
online
going with
courses.
a purpose,
Right.
So I'm going to be motivated.
But
to
he's
do
actually,
it.
Okay,
but
okay.
he's
Spending
actually
my money.
going there. He's not just taking online
Right.
courses. He's actually going to campus.
True.
And I'm living
And
on
I-
campus.
I
And
make
I did the
jokes,
s-
but I'm not one to really judge.
And I did the
because
same
I'm,
thing.
You know,
Because listen, if I took online courses, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, there's no chance.
If I'm at home,
It's
I'm
like
it
I
should
don't
be court ordered.
like I don't get how like people could I get how people could do it, but like I was
it's
way too
discipline.
distracted.
It's discipline. You
There's
have
no
to have
chance.
a lot of discipline to stay home
Like-
and do online courses. Because me personally,
That's me all day.
I don't
baby.
care what campus it is. I
All
have
day.
to drive
Doing it.
to
Right?
that campus.
And if I'm there, like I'm gonna do it. If I'm living there, I'm definitely. If I'm paying for at least room and board,
Right.
and like books and shit, like even though I'll have other scholarships and I'll get tuition reimbursement through my job and shit like that, and I have the full ride for tuition, like I'm still. Not only am I putting at least some skin in the game, monetary, like financial wise, but
Oh, of course.
also
Yeah, you got to feed yourself and all that.
time-wise.
bullshit, Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
time is money.
I'm putting
you know?
4 years of my life into this,
Yeah.
and like I said, like even if I get nothing out of it, I will know that I came out of it doing something I wanted to do, which was going to college,
and not have the regret.
not have the regret of not going.
Coming
So
full
there
circle.
there is no way I can come out of this failing,
Right.
Holy
because
shit, dude.
not because even if I
Cool.
had right, but even if I had like, because the only way I could is if I didn't have that scholarship and I would have that student loan debt. That's why you resent college. I feel like obviously there's more reasons which you already talked about, but like that's a huge reason. If college was free, I feel like you'd have a lot less resentment towards it.
Where's
No.
Bernie?
No,
No?
no, because like so when I went, and again, this is just my opinion. I felt a lot of courses was just like a waste of money because
Okay.
you have to pay, and again, like ethics,
And the
speech.
books and everything else on top.
I mean, speech wasn't that bad because speech taught you a valuable lesson to
Oh,
kind of
absolutely.
get over
Confidence,
that fear.
yeah.
Doing a podcast.
Well, right, but because okay, so I'll tell
We're
you.
doing a
quick-
podcast.
I'll tell you a quick story. Or
Got
where
email?
are we? That towards the last part of speech, he makes you say something a little bit personal to everybody in the class, right?
Okay.
And you don't have to go in like so deep, but just like a little bit personal.
Something you wouldn't tell a stranger.
Exactly.
He just walked up there with a ruler and said, no.
But the thing is this, because if you're standing up and telling people, they're gonna forget it. They're gonna forget about it in like a stop.
Especially if there's 300 kids doing it.
Exactly. So it was kind of to get you over that fear, like it's okay to be vulnerable and to reveal something because in time they will forget it. Because he even said, look, by the time next semester, you're not going to remember anyone's fucking name in here. And you're not going to remember what shit was said, which is true, because I don't remember fucking shit. I don't even remember
It
what I...
kind of does.
I don't even
there are
remember
certain
what I
things where
said.
It kind of matters. Like,
I-
like if you fart when you're up there, you'd be like, dude, that one time in speech class, this one dude farted.
But that's speech. That's not... look, Instagram, Twitter, all that shit,
Right.
that's staying on there.
It's
But
a
I'm just saying-
memory. It's like it's not
Exactly.
there.
Exactly. But also, I hate just sitting down and just fucking reading through chapters and taking notes and all that shit. I like the hands-on. I've always been better.
Doing the-
if you
yes.
show me physically
Show me
how
by
to
doing.
do
Learn
something,
by doing.
I can fucking do it. And that's why I excelled so much at, technical
Right,
school.
hands-on stuff. Yeah.
Because you know what I mean. And I got out of technical school because with their lack of teaching and stuff, we were there sitting in the classroom reading books, and then that's when I'm just like, I'm out. I can't. And to me,
So,
I kind of
Did you get your AA?
no.
No?
No.
You got out of it before that?
I went to AA.
I did. I was there for a year and a half. I had like maybe 3 more classes to take, and I just couldn't do it.
Really? Damn.
I just for whatever reason I could not excel in it. I've always been good at science. For whatever reason, chemistry in college I just could not fucking comprehend. And math, I
Yeah,
got
no,
all the way
chemistry.
up to trig. You have to pass trig
Ooh.
for your AA. I could not.
I heard
fucking
that's
do
pretty
it.
rough.
Yeah.
Calculus.
Any nometry is not good.
Calculus I got when I got up to trig. I was fucking out. I was done.
Triggered.
But again, depending on what you're going for, I think a lot of those, like if you're not going into a field where you're using heavy math problems or that sort of
Right, architecture or
right, or you're being a mathematician,
Engineering.
like,
Engineering.
That's different. If you're not, you
I'm gonna
don't-
build septic tanks. Little kids can take shits.
So I really don't think that they really conform of what you need to learn.
See, it's interesting because, like, and we can do a whole nother podcast on, like, the failures
A whole
of the
nother. This
education.
kid needs college.
I think it'd be good for him.
But-
Because I still
Just
took value.
kidding me.
I still took.
It's another.
I still learned
A
things
whole
from college.
nother.
But I'm saying we could do like a whole nother podcast.
Ah.
I'm saying it how I'm saying it. It's a colloquialism. That's how speech works.
You're a
He knows this because he did the
colloquialism.
class.
Right.
You didn't.
No, I didn't.
So, like we do a whole another podcast on like the failures of the public like education system and the private education system, especially in America.
Yeah.
But it's weird that like the reason people don't do well in high school and everything before that is because like they're taking classes like math. They're like, I don't want to do math. I don't want to go into a job with that. Like, why do I have to do math? It's so like you can do anything. So
Problem solving. You got to go
right.
step by step through a procedure,
which
like,
is an argument, but the
To an
promise.
extent.
Yeah.
But the
Do you
promise
need
that is
trigonometry in
made,
your life?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I'm done.
the promise that is made is like you do all this
Physics,
school,
though, is
then you can go off to the specific degree you want to do, and then you can like fine tune your classes to what you actually want to learn about. But then you're still stuck doing trigonometry and shit like that in college.
Here's an idea before we go. Here's an idea. They should have colleges unique to a certain job field, and it should be hands-on. You still get you still have to do your tests, but actual hands-on.
They do
Because
It's called
you're
trade
invo-
schools,
No, but I'm talking besides trade schools for
like any degree.
any degree. And I think.
lawnmower college.
But hold on. But think about it.
Look at those lines.
But think about
A
it.
plus.
At one point in time, that's kind of how you had to learn shit. Was somebody
You had to
that
do
was
it.
in that
They
field
show you do
had
it,
to teach
and
you.
then you do it,
Right.
and then
And
you're good.
USF does have a business school, which is where I'm going, hopefully, for business and marketing, or specifically marketing, but that's what the school is for.
Right.
But like, I feel like if they did that, like the cost would be skyrocket even from where it already is skyrocketing.
But it shouldn't. That's the problem. It shouldn't be.
Well, because if it's tailor made to every degree, can you imagine how many schools they would have to have, or even
There's
different?
there's plenty of hold on. First of all, there's plenty of universities and schools out there. Okay, that's number one. Number two, it's not just to. It's also to help benefit the country and grow and succeed on making sure those positions are filled with smart, brilliant
Sure.
people. If you're fucking raising the prices for no apparent reason, like why are these classes $400 and then at a university double that?
Because
Why?
Uncle Sam needs his check.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a system that is just a money hungry system that's just taking more money away from you. And to what? Because they're screwing them. The country's screwing itself in the long run. Because look at how many fucking dumbass lawyers do we have? Dumbass doctors do we have?
I love that the
Somebody
guy
is the
wearing.
worst surgeon.
Someone's the worst fucking doctor. He's on CNN a lot. I'm just saying.
I was just about to point that out.
Fucking arrested. I'm just saying. But.
The major right wing, not major right, but I'm saying the right wing guy in this show is the one shitting on capitalism right
Trump
now.
University.
Right.
No. I'm not shitting on capitalism.
It's a branch of it.
What I'm saying is, if you want to better your country or your
Like have
economic
specific-
system,
They don't
why
want
not?
smart, well-informed people
Obviously not. Well, we can see
capable
that.
of critical thinking.
We can
Uh-uh.
see
That's
that.
against what they need.
Obviously.
Okay, so let's end it something fun. I thought of my favorite college movies, like college type movies. Like growing
Okay.
up, seeing these things made me think this is what college was like.
Pornhub.
No.
They got
No.
plenty of college movies.
Yeah.
Van Wilder, of course, Ryan Reynolds.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's pretty, he just
No.
goes to college and parties all the time, and
Ryan
somehow
Reynolds.
it doesn't get
I seen Accepted.
spelled.
That was good.
Accepted makes the list here, where they make up their own college.
Yeah.
Justin Long and Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Animal House, classic.
No.
John Belushi, baby.
No.
It's a good
Okay.
movie.
Never seen it. I know. I disappointed.
Toga, toga. All right, old school, of course. What? You guys haven't seen Old School?
No.
I might have.
Hot take: Will Ferrell is not funny.
What?
Depends.
Wait, what?
It depends. Stop.
What?
Stop, both of you, right now. I'm not done. We're done.
You're done?
We're going over time here. We'll have this conversation later. Goodwill Hunting.
I hope you don't come back from college. I hope you fucking stay there. I can't.
Matt Damon, Ben
got your name in
Affleck,
it.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
Anyone? Goodwill
What?
Hunting.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God.
I know the story. I just never watched it.
And Orange County, which was Colin Hanks, Tom Hanks' son, and Jack Black, who
Zach
plays
Black.
his brother, his fucked up brother. Colin Hanks like applies to like Princeton or something like that.
How about
and
Lucha Libre? How about
the
that?
application gets lost in the mix
Nacho
or whatever,
Libre?
and
Oh,
he's really
Nacho
upset
Libre.
about it. But there's a line in there where Jack Black is like, well, he doesn't want his brother to go, and he's like, oh, you can stay and hang out with me because he's a fuck up. Hey. And then he's like, you know, why are you so upset? You know, why do you got to go to college? And he goes, because that's what you do after high school, which seems
not
to be
anymore.
the motif.
That's what I'm doing after high school. A year and a half after high school, but I'm going to college.
He's going to college
Good luck.
to get more knowledge,
Good luck.
I'm going to Jupiter
He's gonna leave us.
to get more beer.
He's gonna leave us. He's gonna host better podcasts.
We're very
Yes.
close to the next milestone. If we hit it, there always seems to be something in store. We always seem to have a little fun time.
So
Maybe a
tune in to
game?
find out.
If we hit it, that's
Oh.
a big if. That's on it's on everybody out there. So till next time.
Have a good night, everybody.
I can't believe you think Will Ferrell sucks. I can't fucking deal with it.
Adam Sandler sucks too.
I can agree with that. His movies do
It
suck.
depends.
His movies suck. Talladega Nights. How can you not love? Instant classic. Are you serious?
Night at the Roxbury.
Fuck out of here.
Old